What is a lot unhealthier than most people think it is? I once saw a chart showing the disparity of what average people thought about the healthiness of an item versus a group of nutritionists. The biggest disparity by far was granola bars, which made sense. Wait, you're telling me the granola and chocolate chip mixture, held together by sugar, is not good for me? Sitting, the desk job kind. Just a couple of years on a slightly off-center cushion on an office chair can give you chronic lower back pain. It's a bitch going through the process of strengthening your lower back again. Repeatedly letting yourself sunburn for the sake of a tan. Fruit juice. Big sugar. Let me introduce myself. Anxiety. The effects are physical as well. As someone who comes from a family prone to high blood pressure anyway, it is a constant concern. Non-fat packaged foods. You'd be much better off eating the fat that was already there, rather than eating all the sugar that replaced it. Makes sense also. I like most of the fat is harmless. Receipt paper. Link in description. Cool. I was getting worried that my experience working retail and fast food didn't suck enough. Living with toxic people. Whether it's your parent, siblings, friend or anyone, it causes severe health issues. Just mental but physical too. Life is not meant to be a constant state of walking on eggshells. Being with someone toxic will give you anxiety, depression and a lot other illness. You will age faster. Stress shortens your life. It will literally kill you. Everyone talks about how fat is bad and the diet industry is predatory about it. But holy fuck, sugar is the real culprit. There's so much unnecessary sugar in fucking everything. And it can really fuck you up. When I first came to US, I was shocked, since bread tasted like dessert. Thankfully there are bakeries that make actual bread, and not a 50-50 mix of sugar and flour. The salad you drenched in dressing. That's why I guzzle the dressing on its own. Skip all the unhealthy stuff. Starbucks. Some frappuccinos have 70 grams of sugar. Constant pressure to perform in order to survive, with no room for breath or failure. Reading through this comment section, it's making me scared, and I just keep on scrolling. It's not healthy. Obsession. Whether it's food, drugs, or a huge crush, obsessions are really dangerous and can warp your mind, so you don't correctly value real life stuff. Calling me out with that huge crush. I'm more of a fandom guy myself. Bottling up your emotions because you're afraid to open up. Afraid or never learned how to do it. Many people can't process what they feel, let alone why. Staying up late. People tend to downplay the risks of not getting enough sleep because they are not immediately evident. And what the consequences it may have, it's not an idle question. I have serious sleep issues. Not getting enough sleep and trying to fix it with things like caffeine can be bad for your heart over time. Fat-free food usually has a bunch of added sugar instead. Alcohol. Depression. It's not just sadness. It has serious physical health consequences over the long run. Suicide. Sedentary lifestyle. Stress. Lack of motivation. Fear of taking risks, etc. People diagnosed with depression don't live as long of a natural life as people without. It's really a shame how a huge portion of the population just dismisses it as a phase, when it can literally ruin your life. Sitting. Can you elaborate? Nutrition bars. But they are made with love, and sunshine and a little bit of corn syrup. Nutrition bars and yogurt. Many have greater than 30 g. 1 teaspoon of sugar equals 4.2 grams, which is almost the same as a 12-ounce Coke, which has 32 grams of sugar. You mean flavored yogurt? TL. Doctor. Nothing is healthy. Basically. Sedentary lifestyles. 2 words. Social media. I don't know if it counts as unhealthy, but giving kids tablets and phones instead of letting them be bored inhibits the growth of creativity as a skill. Children need to be bored sometimes. Also, letting children have any sort of social media. Not enough parents understand how insidious talking to the wrong person might be. The internet is full of potential harm for kids who are too young to navigate it. I had some of my 6-year-old students talking about MOMO for a full year. Turns out it was that fucking internet game that encouraged self-harm. That's terrifying when you think about how impressionable kids are. I remember being a bored kid. My mom would give us a list of chores we could do, even when we were super young. If we couldn't find anything to do, we always found something to do. I specifically remember an entire weekend that I spent outside in the backyard smashing rocks open with a hammer. I was 6. It was something I had come up with on my own. Subway. The restaurant or the public transit, both seem pretty unhealthy. But I wonder which one people poop on the floor in the most. Biting your nails. My friend was a chronic nail biter. She got sepsis. Whoa, that sucks, and was totally unexpected. The 40-hour work week. Muffins aren't real breakfast, it's just cake. I mean, people eat pancakes for breakfast. I don't think anyone has any illusions that muffins are healthy.